Welcome back to the channel. And today, man, we got a whole new guest here. And this guest I've been wanting for probably a couple years, man. A couple years now. But man, we got some stories to tell you. I know he definitely do. But this is my man, Evan, man. Kind of just introduce yourself and tell him what you do.
Hey everyone, my name's Evan. I'm a sports photographer for Ole Miss Football. I capture pretty much everything on and off the field with athletes. I grow their brands. I do a lot of NIL stuff. And on top of that, I do just pretty much every other sport as well, and really teach athletes how to basically grow their brand through their name and get them some cool NIL deals. So yeah, thank you for having me on this. I'm super excited.
Heck yeah, brother. Heck yeah. But like, you know, you've been a part of my story since I met you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've been a part of it. And I meet a lot of kids where I kind of motivate them and let them know that they can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell your story, always, because like you was a kid at the golf course and literally, you know, told you, yeah, you can do it, and just went from there. But we're gonna get into that for sure. So take me back to the day at Old Waverly, and what flipped that switch for you?
So I remember I had just taken photos at my first high school football game. I wasn't able to fully play golf again because I had broken my wrist. So I was just sort of out there at the course, it was for an event, just sort of going around taking photos. And I remember seeing you out there actually getting content. I remember we drove around, just sort of, I was learning about the business side of it. You were telling me all the cool stuff you could do. And it really was a moment of like, oh, this is like something you can have a career in. So that really pushed me forward to want to keep doing it, and you gave me just some words of encouragement. So from there, I was like, this is something I could really make happen, and it was just on the gas from there.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that day like it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember coming there, and we was like the only two young dudes there, literally young. This guy was a lot of old people at this golf course, and I remember you was asking me like, man, you like that? I said, heck yeah. Then you think I can do that? I said, heck yeah. Because you played golf in high school, right? Yeah, you played golf in high school. And I was like, man, if you can play golf, you can do anything.
Yep.
And then you was like, okay. And I remember you like staring at the camera throughout the day. And I let you finally I said, you want to
I remember holding that for like just a bit, and I let you swing a golf club, and
and I looked like a fool. It's still posted.
I see that. Yeah,
I never took it down, man. And I remember that day like it was, like I said, yesterday. And just to see you now, man, it's just, man. Like I said, I'm amazed, man.
Appreciate it.
I'm amazed. Well deserved too.
Thank
well
you.
deserved too. But like I said, you've been a part of my story ever since. But what was your first gig? Your first real gig, and how did you land that?
I'd probably say it was through a company called Vicksburg Daily News. They had been on the sidelines at all my high school games, and I remember going up to the editor of it and being like, hey, I take pics at the high school level, and I feel like I was starting to get my footing. I was starting to understand like what I needed to capture, and I was really starting to make a name for myself. And so I was like, hey, could you potentially apply me for an Ole Miss game? And so they put in it. I got 3 of the smaller games. It was Mercer, ULM, and Georgia Tech. But I was happy to just get my foot on the field. So I started to just take photos of that, and then the athletes started recognizing me. And from there, the ball kept rolling, just kept improving, honestly. And that's really like what got me started, I'd say, with Ole Miss football.
Right. So, okay. Yeah, I was sure going to ask you that too. So with Ole Miss, I remember one time you told me that you was like, I think it was the basketball game.
Oh, yeah.
And you, tell me about that story. The first one.
This might... Now that I'm established, this is going to be a really funny story.
Right.
But I was itching to get my foot in the door with Ole Miss, and I'd been denied football that past season. This was before I got approved for the fall. So it was like February. It was a game between LSU and Ole Miss. And I sort of just brought my camera in, and they're like, we're not going to question a kid. And just security turned their back for a second, just walked on down the court, talked to some photographers I knew down there, and just sort of pretended like I was supposed to be there and got some photos. And they didn't get a lot of likes, but like it was the fact I was able to get down there. I was like, okay, this is cool and this is doable. And I wanted to do it the legit route from then on out. So
heck yeah. I mean, I think just hearing that story, it's not gonna turn anybody off, because that's showing your hunger. You know, a lot of people they don't try like that, man.
Just to clarify, you should not sneak onto a court. Go through the right channels. I did the wrong thing. Do not do that.
Right.
Do not do that.
Right. But it just shows you how how much you wanted it. You know, some people don't even go that length.
Yeah.
You know, they won't even. It's a risk. I've been talking about taking risks for a while now, and you took a risk, and look where it got you.
It definitely paid off.
Yeah, it definitely did. And hats off to them security guards. Just turning their back for sure. But yeah, I definitely want to talk about that. How did you get like onto the college radar? You know, because you said you couldn't get it at first.
So
how did you do that?
I got denied that first fall, and then the next fall, this was once I had begun my first year in photography, because I only started sports photography at the very end of the season. Like when I came and met you at the golf course, that was one of Warren Central's last football games they had. So I only got like 3 or 4 games under my belt, and then just started doing baseball, softball, all the stuff in the spring.
Right.
And so that coming fall, I started really getting my footing, and that's when I got those first 3 games.
Right.
But by then I was doing a little bit of college sports, but not a lot. And then the next coming year, which was 2024, I was like, I really want to make it a big part of my brand now that I'm doing college sports.
Right.
So I started reaching out to Ole Miss baseball, Ole Miss basketball through that Vicksburg Daily News, and I give them so much credit. They let me apply for all this stuff, and I started getting my foot in the door more and more events. And then for football, I got approved for the same 3 small games. It's the out of conference games. But then a bigger company reached out to me called Mississippi Scoreboard, and they're like, hey, we want you to cover some games for us. And my first big game for them was Ole Miss versus Georgia last year, which if you're an Ole Miss fan, you know that was a very hectic game. Stormed the field, raining, it was a big game. And so from there, I sort of built the relationship with them. I started doing March Madness, some high school sports, and that's the company I work for to this day. And sort of I love them to death. They give me all the opportunities I can get.
Right. So like, I ain't gonna lie, I never been to a college football game.
Really?
Never been.
Man, that's
so
special.
Tell me the experience from. I like football. I was watching before you got here actually. So tell me that experience, like when you see them rush the field and stuff, or just being a part of the sideline. How does it feel?
So I grew up going to Ole Miss games. We've had season tickets since I was basically born. I live and breathe Ole Miss football pretty much. Wow. And so the tradition of the Grove, the Walk of Champions, that stuff I've lived through basically my entire life. And to now be a part of it is just so special to me. And just there's so much tradition, history. There's so many things special to Ole Miss and the SEC in general when it comes to football, that just all of it combined, it's something so special. And to be in the inner workings of it and see how it all comes together, it's such a cool experience.
Right. And let's get to more of a content. I don't know if I had this on my thing, but the content side, like, man, like I said, I've been watching you ever since, and you just like me, your content get better, better and better and better. So like, what's some things that you do to, I guess, refill the tank with your creativity?
Well, from a competitive aspect, I've always grown up playing sports and being competitive, so I always want to be the best version of me I can be. And for me, I have the mentality of when the event's done and it's all said and done and everyone's looking at the photos online, I want them to think, if someone asks the question, who got the best photos from the game, without a doubt it is Evan who got the best photos from the game. So it's not exactly a competition. I love all the other photographers out there. There's some amazing people, but I want to be the best. Every time I step out on that field, I want to be the best photographer. And that's not a diss to anyone else on the field. It's just the standard I hold myself to. I want to best myself from last week. I want to get that shot that no one else got. I want to do something creative that no one else even thought of, and just sort of put myself out there as the best on the field.
And that's why I said, just by you playing golf, what we can do, you just apply the same principles, just in a little different way.
Yep.
A little different way. And, you know, golf is a little different than basketball. So I had to learn how to do the mental aspect a little bit more. I had mental, but it had to be way more mental.
Oh, yeah.
So you was already in the mental state. You see what I'm saying? So it was easier for you you didn't have as many hiccups. Whether you knew it or not.
Yeah.
For most people, it takes them a little longer to understand, like, ooh, I need to take some more time for this.
Right.
So, but nah, that's amazing. That's amazing. It makes sense, though. It makes sense. Like give us, if you want to, if this is okay, give us your game day flow from arrival to when you leave.
So I get there 3 hours early every game. I pick up my credential, I go into our workroom and I get all my gear laid out, everything I'm wearing, and then I'll go to the Grove and prep for Walk of Champions, which is when the buses come out, all the players walk out. Take photos of that all the way from the Grove to them walking into the stadium. And then once they've gone into the locker room to prep for pregame, go back to my laptop, edit all those photos, and have them pretty much uploaded. And then by the time I'm done with that, they're coming out for warm-ups, shoot all warm-ups, and either go in and dump my cards right before kickoff, or I'll go and stay for kickoff. And then at the first time TV timeout, which they're very generous with it, it's 3 minutes long. And everyone else is just sitting there on my phones. I book it back to the media room. I set a timer on my phone. And I run in, dump my SD cards in those 3 minutes, and then I will run straight back out to the field. And I might miss a play or two, honestly. But it allows me to have my SD cards fully dumped. So by the time I get to halftime, I have all my photos already downloaded and organized, and I can edit the first half pretty much and have it ready to go to post. And then same thing happens post game. I'll have them all edited, and that allows me to post within pretty much 10 minutes after the final clock ends. So
never thought it'd be like that. Never. And you know, you like when you take that precautions and go to links like that, like success is coming.
Oh yeah,
it's coming no matter what. And you know, a lot of people don't realize it takes a lot.
Oh yeah,
it takes a lot. You have to go ahead and get your hours in and do what everybody else won't do.
Right.
And like you said, they be on their phone. No disrespect.
No disrespect.
Yeah. But you know, you taking that time and it's something I've been trying to say to the kids too. Is like your best equity right now is not money, it's time. Like you have all the time in the world. So use that, and eventually the money or whatever you want will come to you.
And especially with sports, it's about timeliness. Like,
heck yeah.
Think about it, in commercial breaks, they're not watching the game. They're opening their phones. Second the game's over with, they're going to go post about Ole Miss winning or about whatever they saw on TV.
All right there.
And the second they open Instagram, what are they going to see? They're not going to see Ole Miss Football's post. They're not going to see any other photographer's post. They're going to see my post first. Right. And they might post that over the final score post.
Wow.
And so that's really like what I think about is how quickly can I get these out to people that want to see them,
and at a high level. That's what's special about it. Nah, that's amazing. That is amazing. Like, that's some gems. That's some straight gems. You gotta be dedicated though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What is one sideline etiquette? I hope I said that right.
No, you did.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Etiquette tip most people don't know about.
A lot of people got to realize you're not bigger than the program. So there's a tier list of people that are important on the sideline. It goes ESPN, the football staff, whatever, big name wire services, and then probably you. So like I'm very bottom of the totem pole, and you have to respect that. Like Getty Images shot is going to be viewed by a lot more people than my shot's going to be viewed.
Right.
The football staff's shot is probably going to be viewed more than a lot of the Getty stuff. And then ESPN, they are the ones funding all this, so like they are the most important. So it's realizing you are not bigger than those guys. You do not have, I mean, you have a right to get your shot, but you need to know when to stand down and get out of the way of the people that are doing this for a living. Like you will get to that point eventually,
right?
But as a younger kid learning and like coming up, you need to understand that this is like, you got to take it with a bit of humility that you're not the biggest one out there, and people are doing a lot more important stuff than you. It doesn't mean your stuff's not important,
right?
But you've got to understand there's people out here with a lot more on the line to get the shot than you do.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
So like with whenever I see the season, which is like our documentary crew, they've got these big RE rigs that are on hi-hats, and anytime I'm in the end zone, I like go back and like, am I good? Am I in your shot? Like I'll make sure I'm not in their shot. Or it's just something I do subconsciously, because like I respect those guys. I mean, they're doing an important job for our university, so I make sure I don't get in the way of that.
Is that like a future goal for you, to be able to, like, let's say, work alongside a team like that? Because you know I just seen the Netflix series with the college team.
Yeah,
is that something you want to try to get into?
It's up there. I love doing video, but photo is my heart and soul. It's just I just am better at photo. And so for me, I'd love to work on a photo staff, but it's not what I want to do right now. Like, it's definitely something I want to do eventually, maybe when I'm 30 or 40 years old.
Gotcha.
But as of right now, I want to capitalize on NIL as a whole and to manage the brands of athletes. That's why I'm dual majoring. I'm not only doing journalism, I'm a sports management major. So I want to be able to manage those athletes' brands, because for them, it's a lot more convenient. They don't have to go find a photographer, or their agent doesn't have to go find a media company.
Right.
I can manage that social media and the brand deals that I get them. I can go shoot it for them.
Right.
And that saves them a bunch of headache.
Whoa. So has this always been a thing?
This is a new development. So what's it called? A good example of it was Austin Simmons, our quarterback. He had a deal with College Corner, which is a college apparel store. And what's it called? His sports management brand got him the deal, but they were like trying to find a shooter, and it would have been a lot more money and more hassle. He's like, oh, I've got a guy. So I went out there, did a great video for him, a couple of photos, and they loved it. And now I have a client from that who wants to be like, hey, do you want to go shoot more stuff for us, not related to Austin? And so that's really where I want to further my career as of right now.
With the media type thing. Wow. So is it like a retainer type thing, or is it like per project?
It's per project right now, but I'm looking to get some clients to where it can be a retainer thing. But for me, retainer will be more focused towards athletes. Like I did a bunch of vlogs with Caden Lee. He's a wide receiver for Ole Miss. So we spent like a month in LA, or a week in LA, 2 weeks in Miami, and just was going around filming everything and just doing that for him constantly. And they love the content and they love the fan interaction. So that's something I'm looking forward to doing more of.
That's amazing. So how many are you trying to get? Because like, are you trying to promote this right now?
Not. It's really a side project. Like really, I hate to say it, I'm more focused on college right now. Like I'm just making sure I can get through with good grades. But obviously I'll have enough clients when it's all said and done. I mean, Jeremiah Smith, I don't know if you know who that is, the biggest wide receiver in college football right now. He follows me. He loves my work. Like, I don't want to brag about it, but like, it's like I have the biggest names in college football wanting to work with me. So, I mean, you got it all. I don't have to worry about like a client base right now, because I know that will all come to me when I want it to. So right now I'm just helping my friends out get their brands as big as possible.
And that's gonna have a snowball effect just doing it by helping others. So you're doing right. And that's a whole different aspect of it. I never thought of.
Oh yeah, it's such an untapped market with all the NIL. All the NIL stuff that's going on. If you could capitalize on it now, it's gonna be huge.
Wow. Well, yeah, I'm be on lookout for that for sure. We gotta get into some of the gear. 'Cause over the years, I remember you used to text me and ask me about certain gear. Like, what's one of your favorite lens in your setup for football versus basketball, and why?
So for football, this is such a unknown lens. Like every time I show it to someone, they're like, I have never seen that before. It is the greatest thing ever. The Sigma 60-600. It is a 60 millimeter to a 600 millimeter. Really? And it is the most versatile lens I've ever used. I've used everything under the sun that Canon has to offer, and I love that Sigma lens. It is. It might not have the f2.8. It might not get the bokeh, but the versatility for video on a football field. Because like, think about it, they could come up to you, and if you only have a 70-200, you can't really do anything about it. But I can go all the way to the 50-yard line to them coming up to me and get a full shot out of it.
Dang. Wow. You said it was a 60-600.
That's
a long. Is it pretty big?
So it's an external zoom, so it zooms out, like it actually moves outwards. It's, I think, 6.5 pounds. It's a heavy lens. So
heck yeah. Dang. So and you shoot with what Canon like?
I have a Canon R3, an R6 Mark II, and an R5 are my 3 bodies right now.
Are you planning on ever like upgrading eventually, or are you just like where you at right now?
I love the R3, honestly. It's the best, like speed wise, autofocus wise, it's amazing. So when I shot the national championship, I got to use their brand new R1. For the price, I wouldn't upgrade from an R3 just because it's like $2,000 more. And yes, it's 40 FPS a second taking photos. The autofocus is phenomenal. But for me right now, I don't need more than I have right now. Like the R3 is sufficient, and understanding like I think that's an issue people have is they think, oh, if I get this gear, I'll be a better photographer, videographer. But once you understand, like, you don't need all that. Like, I could cook with the Canon Rebel right now if I wanted to.
Right.
So.
Right. That's what's up. So yeah, you got that lens, you got Canon. Have you ever thought about switching?
I was thinking about it because, like, I am technically a hybrid shooter. I do documentaries and stuff. But I've come to realize the Canon's video capabilities, it's not bad at all. I mean,
I never used one, so I can't speak on it.
It's phenomenal. Like, I love people like, did you film this on an FX3? And I'm like, wrong. This is on an R3.
Wow.
So the color I can get out of it, it's not perfect, but on social media, like, if you're not putting something on a massive jumbotron, they're not going to tell the difference.
No. Especially if you know what you're doing.
Exactly. That's a big part of it.
Big part of it. Yeah. So I'm big on that. I always say on the YouTube channel, like, yeah, I might have a lot of gear, but I know how to use every bit of it. So I always tell people, like, even though you got your gear, just sit on it. If you're making money from it, sit on that gear. So yeah, I'm big on that too. So yeah, I definitely got to ask about that the championship game. You kind of mentioned it already. Like, how was it? How did a national championship invite happen? And one lesson you brought home from that whole experience? So
it's kind of funny. The internship program, everyone always asks me, how did you apply?
Yeah.
Like, there was no application process. They reach out to you. Right. So what they do is they have an internship program where it's meant to be like a final send-off before you go into the real world. So they try and find the 20 best college creatives that are all either juniors or seniors to give them one last big bulletin point on their resume of, like, they shot a national championship. And they got all this portfolio work from it. Okay. And so they recruited everyone, and everyone in that group was either seniors or juniors. I was 17 years old in high school, and they saw my Ole Miss work, and they thought I was either a senior or junior. So I pull up, and I'm like, hey, guys. And once they found out my age, it was too late. I was already in Atlanta. So it's like, what are you going to do, kick me off? So what's it called? That was a good laugh. I couldn't even check into the hotel in Atlanta. That was really funny.
Yo, so did your parents go?
No, well, my dad went. So my dad actually went to Notre Dame. And Notre Dame was playing in it, so that was a no doubt. But no, I was by myself. It was funny. I got called pledge the whole week by the media team just because I was the youngest guy there by three or 4 years, honestly. Right. So it was just a funny experience.
Wow. So, but yeah, man. You was still in high school?
I graduated early. I graduated in December of last year, but I didn't start till January for my spring semester. So technically, I'm supposed to be a freshman right now.
Wow. I've been thinking this whole time, I thought you was in college about a year or two ago.
Nope.
So when we met, 2020,
I was a sophomore in high school.
I thought you was like a junior and senior.
Nope, sophomore.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's crazy. Now that just tops the cake even more. What the crap? Sophomore in high school. And shot into the national championship game is crazy.
So yeah, I was only 17. I actually turned 18 like 2 or 3 days after the Natty. So it was funny. It was a good 18th birthday, I guess you could say.
Heck yeah. But yeah, I remember seeing them photos. If y'all haven't, man, tell them your Instagram.
Evan F. Rawl. I feel like anyone who knows sports photography knows me now.
Yeah,
so
but some of my people might not know and see this.
That's fair.
But yeah, man, go check him out. And like I said, every post that amazed me. Like, I'm just mesmerized by everything. So like, man, keep doing what you're doing and keep that attitude. Keep it. But God, man, that's crazy.
But if you want to hear a little more on the experience from it and like what I learned, it was, even when you're having the most fun gig that you like have been dying to get, it can still suck. It can still feel like a job. And that's what I realized, like, no matter what you're doing, at the end of the day, it's still gonna be work. Like, I love my job every day, day in, day out. I will happily do this for the rest of my life. But there's still gonna be times when it sucks. Like 3 days before the Natty, we had to shoot a run. Like, it was like a marathon or something that the CFP had sponsored. And it was 13 degrees, 7 in the morning. I'm running off like 2 hours of sleep. And I'm sitting there filming people running in the streets of Atlanta. And I was so miserable and cold, empty stomach. I just wanted to go back to the hotel, but I still had to go do the work and still had to deliver at my best. And that made me realize, like, even though it's an unpaid internship, I've still got to go out there and put out my best but every single time.
So what you brought home from that experience, from that whole thing? Did you already say? What would you say you brought home, like the lessons from it all?
I definitely brought home from it an ego I had to get in check because for a little bit after that, I was turning down gigs that I wouldn't have turned down. And for me, it's like, oh, I should only be doing the biggest stuff now. And I had to realize that that's not how it works, and that you need to take a little bit of humility with it. Because like right after I did the Natty, I shot the NFL Combine, and like so I was back to back just like hitting it off. And then summer came, and I'm like, or early spring, and I was like, damn, I don't have anything to shoot. And I was realizing I was turning down gigs because of it. So learning how to, like, even when you get the biggest gigs, go take the smaller stuff every now and then, because it could blossom into something you don't need. Yeah. So
yeah, because you never know who you meet, who they say something to.
Exactly.
To whoever they talk to. But yeah, I mean, I definitely experienced that too, especially when I got this place. I had to be in check, get myself back in check a couple times, and just over the times, the type of people I get to work with. So like, cause especially in Mississippi, in this area, most people don't get the experiences that we have. And so when you know that, you tend to get a little overhead. But it's good that we have people in our corner.
Oh yeah.
That, kind of, hey, knock on that door, like, look, you need to chill out. So it's a blessing to have that for sure.
Oh yeah.
But beyond all the edits and stuff, like, what do the teams value? That's a good question. Like, what do they normally value then?
Like from my work?
Yeah. From you, yeah.
I feel like everyone out there, this is not a saying they do, but like I feel like most people just go capture the action. I try and capture the feeling of being on the field. Like that, most of those athletes, I mean, I remember what it was like playing baseball, like that feeling, like those jitters, that excitement, all of it. I miss that feeling, but I know I can capture it now. Like, and I still get a little bit of that feeling shooting, but people want to feel what the athletes are feeling at the moment, and that's what I try and capture.
Story. Story is all it is. See, when you understand story, it works. It shows. It shows. And of course, your audience won't understand that unless they in film. So soon you said that, and I think about it. Yeah, heck yeah, that's exactly what you do.
Yep.
Exactly. So, what's a mistake that you had early on, and how did you fix it?
Mistake. You might have to think on this one. I guess learning that I was like, I almost not getting opportunities felt like a direct insult to me as a person. Like I remember 2 years ago, Ole Miss had a Grove Bowl, which was like their spring game, and I got denied it. And I remember seeing people that shot it, and I'm thinking, I'm better than them. Why did I not get that opportunity? And I felt it was like a direct insult to me, but I had to realize that's not the case, That's something you have to learn, is just because you're not getting an opportunity, it is not because your work is not good enough.
Right.
And understanding that and realizing there's going to be other opportunities, there's going to be other opportunities for growth. So not getting mad about that and being just like, okay, let it go. There's always going to be something else. Being able to do that efficiently and just keep on putting your best foot forward will save you a lot of headache and a lot of stress in the long run.
So I want to ask you this too. How old are you now?
18.
Okay. I thought you could at least say 19.
I turned 18 in January. Just to
God dang. Wow. Okay. What type of advice you have? Because I mean, a lot of sports photographers, videographers. Yeah. What advice do you have for them that's starting up and just trying to make a name and trying to be, I guess, creative too? Because some of them, they kind of struggle with it, I guess.
There's two things I'm going to say here. First off is don't be afraid to talk to anyone. Go up, say it to everyone. Go, like, one of the things I'm known for is going up to people saying, hey, what's your name? I'm Em Farrell. Nice to meet you, Like, just that. It's like, oh, cool, yada, yada, I've heard. Just networking. That's the most important thing. Being like, oh, you're from here? I know someone, yada, yada. I've had so many opportunities just come from that, being able to, like, effectively talk to people and not necessarily do it just for personal gain, but just get to meet people.
Right.
Like, just try and meet as many people as possible.
Right.
And then my second thing is you have to treat your brand like there is 100 million people seeing it. You have to be able to have a PR team in your head to be like, is this appropriate to post? Is this appropriate to comment? You have to understand that you never know who's watching, and you could lose a gig like that because you posted something stupid on social media. So I heavily filter my brand and make sure everything I'm posting is appropriate.
Right.
And the second there's even a little sliver of doubt in my mind, I'm like, nope, back out, don't even bother with it. So a lot of kids these days are posting so much stupid stuff on their story, and you've got to realize this could directly be costing you opportunities.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. And I was gonna add too. What I was gonna add is like, nobody in the beginning, people ain't gonna be watching, and you gotta treat that time with, it's fine. You gotta be used to not being watched, because a lot of people they feel like they should be getting praise for the work. Like, in the beginning, don't even look for it. Because I didn't even look for it. Like a lot of people, they didn't even know, especially in my hometown, they didn't even know what I was doing.
Right.
Till 3 years later. Like, oh, I thought you was in college the whole time. Nope, never stepped foot in there. So I would definitely say that too. Don't expect people to say congratulations or how you doing, how's it. Don't even expect it. If it comes up, greet them, say thank you, but just don't be looking for it.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's a lot with when an entrepreneur, especially if they're young, they look for that. Like, oh yeah, I do this.
Well, and even to add on to more of that, you have to be able, even at your peak, you have to know you do not know everything.
Right.
Like a week ago, I hopped on a call with this guy who had shot NFL games. He had been working in San Francisco for 20 years, and I gave him 20 of my best photos. And he literally called one an iPhone photo. He was like, this is bland, this is boring, I just hate everything about it. And I had to take it on the chin and understand, like, I don't know everything, even though, like, I may have the followers, I may have the events I've shot. There is always something you can learn. And sure, some people might just give you criticism that's not worthy of anything, but being able to understand that there's people out there who are genuinely going to give you criticism and how to adapt from it and say, okay, I'm going to go implement this next game and further yourself and improve yourself, because growth isn't going to be linear, but if you choose to, it's not going to happen at all if you're stubborn about it.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, you definitely have to be that way, because I had my fair share, even on the photography side, where I had someone look at it and like, you can blend more. I was doing the colors, the gel photography. And I was like, what are you talking about? In my head. But I took a second like, okay, blend more. So my next shoot, I watched about 4 or 5 videos. And I was like, I'm gonna try to do it better this time. So I had got a whole model and everything. And man, when I showed them it, and I was like, yeah, you did. I ain't even got nothing to say. So it's all about being humble in the moment. And like you said, realizing that you don't know everything and just taking on the chin. Because sometimes you got to admit that you're, I wouldn't just say necessarily just wrong, but that's not your best. So I feel like a lot of people that now, when I show you that's my best, no, it's not. It can always be better.
Exactly.
So even me, people see my work and think it's just the best. I was like, no, it's something I can always fix. But that's great that y'all think it's the best. It's always something I see that you can fix. But I do want to ask you this, like, man, what's next for Evan? What's next? I mean,
see,
let's say like a couple years, like in year 5, year 10. What do you got that planned out?
I do. I really want to fully dive into being an NFL agent and an NFL brand manager. I want to be a guy athletes come to. It's like, I want to get brand deals. I want to have those connections to where I can go to companies and be like, hey, he wants to work with y'all. And I still want to be on the director side of that. So not only can I get those brand deals, I can go direct commercials. I still want to be involved in sports photography, but I want to take a step back, and like, I'd love to do the big events and have my shooters do the smaller stuff, like maybe some college games, some even pro level games. I'd love to bring guys up and show them experiences at the pro level. And sure, I'll shoot the Super Bowl or the national championship. How terrible. Those are the only 2 events I get to shoot. But I get to manage those athletes and build those relationships with athletes and brands.
That's what's up. So you only 18. I mean, yeah. Do you know how old I am?
24.
Yeah, you're right.
There we go.
I turn 25 next month. So, yeah, I don't know why I thought you was already 20, fella. But that says a lot about you, though, man. It really does. Being only 18 and getting the experience that you're having, I know you're forever grateful for it, blessed for it and all. But, man, like I said, if you don't got a fan out there, you got one in me.
I appreciate that, man.
Sure.
Appreciate that.
And it's still the same as it's always been. If you got any questions, even if you need help on a gig,
I understand. Yep.
Like, if you need help, just let me know. I'll see what I can do.
All right, I will.
You know, I know we both got busy schedules, but you do got that from me. You do.
I appreciate it.
For sure. But, like, do you got any questions for me for the most part?
No, I wish I had wrote some down now that I think about it, but I don't think I do.
You do? Okay. Well, shoot, I'm trying to think of any more that I'll put and just ask. I kind of did ask something in the middle of it. Where you from?
Vicksburg. It's a little river town.
Yeah.
It's called on the Mississippi River. It's right by Louisiana. It's 20,000 people in it, so not a big population. And what's it called? I try and put them on the map with my work. So.
Heck yeah. So like of course you played golf. How was that? Your experience playing golf in high school?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was, for me, something I had been so like, I'm gonna go play D1 golf or bust. Like that's what I want to do. I love it so much. And then I broke my wrist and I started shooting and doing photos, and then I was split between these two things I really love to do. And then around midway through my junior year, I sat down and thought about it to myself. I said, I can either be a really good golfer in the state of Mississippi and go spend all my time and not focus on this camera stuff and maybe play D2 golf, maybe walk on at a D1 college, or I can hit the ground running with the camera stuff, really focus on it, and be one of the best in the country at what I do. So I made the executive decision to switch to the camera work, like fully give. I still gave a lot of focus to golf. I mean, I was up at 6 a.m. before class playing and just trying my best, but I devoted most of my energy to photography, and I definitely think it was the right decision.
Yeah, I had the same route, really. So besides, I was playing basketball, and yeah, I had a coach that, you know, kind of turned his back on me, and I seen now, I was like, you know what? No other person's gonna be in control like that ever again.
Right.
Because I just spent 10 hours a day on it too. Scored all them points, took us to state, and he still did what he did. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather take a risk on my own terms than go to college and never know what can happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Get hurt or however. But yeah, so we got very similar stories. So I already know. And I want to try to think of some advice that I want to give you. That's the road ahead. Because, I mean, you're already hitting. You're already hitting some major milestones, brother. You are. It's gonna get a point where you're gonna burn out.
Oh, it's already happened. It's already happened. I had a year where I did not touch video just because I did a movie and was just so sick of doing video that I just quit. And that's why I really prioritize my breaks when I take them. Like summer, I did not shoot a single thing. I didn't pick up a camera. And so that way when college football season rolls around, I'm itching to get back to it.
Yeah.
So
good. That's way. And I always keep that. Find ways where you can keep that alive. Because as you get to a certain age, you're going to be like, I kind of don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
So always keep that, because your energy is going to shift. Because right now, you ain't even hit 20 yet.
Yeah.
And in 20s, you should be full of energy doing whatever you can to make it happen. So you're doing that right now, which is amazing. So I can't imagine where you're going to be at when you my age, honestly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, even for me, I couldn't imagine when I turned 30. You know, so, yeah, just keep that, because you're going to go through stages where it's going to be totally different. Right. You're going to feel different. You're going to wonder why. But make sure you listen to yourself. Because a lot of people, you'll see, you probably seen this, they be 40 and they still acting like they're 20. And they going about insane. So basically, get out of it. Do something different. But if that's something you always love to do it every now and then. But listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Especially if you already established, you got stuff in order. Listen to yourself. Because you'll drive yourself insane. I done met people that done it. That's why I'm telling you that. But that was the biggest thing. And keep new things that, if you can find new things, keep finding them. because like you'll end up not doing this.
Right.
Literally, you might not think that now, but you'll end up being like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like how you said that summer, it'll be a year. Cause you've been doing it so much.
Right.
So keep finding new things that you like on the side and keep taking your breaks too, if you feel like it's necessary.
Oh, yeah.
So you can stay in it for the long run for sure. That's probably the big. That's probably the. I ain't gonna lie. Probably the best advice I can give you for your age, because you're hitting the milestone. You gotta hit that, because you're using your time wisely. You're working hard. You got the work. You're perfecting it still. So, who are some creators that influenced you?
Ooh,
that's some good ones.
Let me think.
I know you done followed. You got some new people that you done met that probably inspired you too. So, like, who's been that person?
A lot of the NFL photo staff was something I pull a lot of heavy inspiration from. All of them, Logan Bulls, who else? Ryan Kang. There's a lot of great guys on that staff, great guys and gals who just do some phenomenal work. They're at the top of their game pretty much. And then there's some not Getty, but just wire service photographers like Patrick Smith. He does phenomenal work. And there's, I think, I'm drawing blanks right now, but there's a lot of high level photographers I take inspiration from and just pull stuff from them. But early on, really, there was one big influential one. His name was Reed. He shot Ole Miss athletics for so long. I don't know what he's doing now. I haven't seen him at Ole Miss this year. But his name on Instagram was literally rdjns.raw. And when I first started my photography page, I was like, I'm going to name it after that, because he was the first sports photography reel I ever saw on Instagram. And I was like, this is cool. This is something I want to do. So that's where evanf.raw came from, was him. And so he was a big inspiration when I was first getting started to learn the basics, and he was always helping me out. And so he was a big part of where I am today with Ole Miss, pretty much.
Dope. So, like, okay, NFL, right? What team are you looking to try to shoot for? If you can pick, what about that?
I really love the Cowboys. I've grown up a Cowboys fan. But honestly, I'd take any team. I'd love to work for any team. I love the Viking Stadium. That's nice. But I'm open to anything. I'll shoot any team.
All right. So if they want you in shoot for Joe Burrow, but the Bengals, you'll go.
I'll go do it.
All right. I feel that. But yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Like I said, I'm extremely proud of you. But keep yourself sharp too.
I appreciate
Keep doing what you're doing. Don't never let that hunger leave unless you get to that stage, like I said. But yeah, I can't say it enough, man. Like I said, I tell everybody, I've been talking to schools lately.
Yeah.
And I always tell your story, because they don't know. They don't know what they're capable of.
And I'll add on a little bit to that about being hungry. Is you could still be hungry for opportunities. Like right now, I'm so invested in the NFL. Like I want to shoot the NFL. I'm trying each week to find another end to get in that door. Right. Because with college, it's a bit broader of teams, a lot of teams. There's a lot of more opportunities. With the NFL, there's 32 teams, and it's a small window to get in. But even if you're hungry for those next big shoots, those next big projects, be where you are. Like, and I guess I don't know how to say that any better. Be where you are. Don't be on a college field thinking, dang, I wish I was shooting an NFL game right now. No, give it your 100 when be where your feet are, Give it 100 where you're at, and make sure you're putting out your best work where you can be. And eventually those opportunities will come to you. So it's just about staying focused where you are, even if you want to be hungry for bigger stuff, be where your feet are.
Yeah. You definitely always dream, but as you keep perfecting your craft and, like you said, be where you are, it's going to come right to your doorstep. I'm a prime example of that. You are a prime example of that for sure. Just not only wanting it, but working towards it day by day. Because by having that goal, you're going to be working towards it in the back of your mind, whether you know that or not. Oh, yeah. So I always tell people, dream big, do it. Don't dream too little. So, like, even me, I got exactly what I wanted. I should have dreamed a little bit bigger. Right. You see what I'm saying? And I got what I wanted. It's nice, but I should have dreamed just bigger. So, but yeah, definitely do that. But I feel like I should ask you more, man. But I can't express enough, man. About the story and everything. But if you ain't got no more questions for me,
let's see. I could talk about the algorithm and Instagram and how to crack that because I feel like I've got a pretty good understanding about it.
Heck yeah, let's do that. You even showed it. So yeah, so like obviously your stuff is well known. They see it. Not only see it, they interact with it. So tell me how many, you just told me before, off camera, how many views you had in your
So
insights.
Right now I'm averaging about 2 million views a month off just post. I'm not even doing reels right now. It could be, if I devoted the time to reels, I could probably be doing 5 to 8 million views a month if I wanted to.
Jesus Christ. That's crazy. So what makes you not do reels though?
I just don't have the time for it. I'm so busy with school. It's an inconvenience for me to go get all my lights out, get my camera set up, get my mic ready. It's an inconvenience for me to do it right now that I'm choosing not to do it. But I had a month in December where I had graduated from high school. And I hadn't started at Ole Miss yet. So I'm just sitting around like, oh, what should I do? I'm like, oh, I'll go make reels. So I made 1 or 2 posts a day for a month straight. And I went from 8,000 followers to I think 16 or 17,000 in a month.
Crazy.
And I was doing like 1,000 a day.
Like, okay, what's the so when you post, because it's like that for my weddings and stuff. Like people wonder, how do you do that?
Yeah.
Like people want to work with me because of how I post and stuff. But I'm not hitting numbers like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting numbers not like that. So like, so I kind of understand mine.
Right.
But how, when you go to planning not only just a reel, I mean just a post, like what do you normally do that you know that okay, this is post worthy?
So I have, let me think. I have like a template I go off of.
Right.
I get the point first. Like I have this big, I have an app called Millinote. I don't know if you use it. It's a big whiteboard essentially, and it's basically infinite, and you can just put on whatever you want on it. So I'll make a point, and I'll be like, I have a big whiteboard called video ideas, and I'll be like, okay, the gear I use that's in my bag, how I made this edit, and I just have a list of video ideas. It's probably 60 points long. And then I start dragging and dropping it into basically these list of items I have. So I have content, like basically storyboarding what should be gone over in it. And then I have a hook. This is your most important thing. There's 7 hooks. I can pull it up right now, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. I haven't done reels. And it's basically 7 hooks. And I have to figure out, how do I get my point across in the first 3 seconds through one of these hooks? And I can just think of one off the top of my head, which is if and then. So if you're struggling with A, then B might be a solution for that. So
Gotcha.
I have 7 hooks that I use, and these really get the viewer's attention and retain it. And so then once I have my if then, or my hook, and then I have the meat of my script, then I can go into the nitty gritty and figure out how to make it engaging for them. And then from there, I'll script it, record it, edit, and I'll do like 4 or 5 videos at a time. And then finally, when I go to post, there's these things called trial reels on Instagram.
Yeah.
And so I'll post once to my regular Instagram feed, and then I'll post once to trial reels. So trial reels, what they do is basically it pushes it to everyone that doesn't follow you. And if they do follow you or have interacted with your content before, it will not show up on your reel feed. So I posted a video of how I got involved with college athletics, and I know a video is good when it does well in trial reels and on my main page.
Right.
So I posted it on my main page, and it got, I think, 130K views and like 4,000 followers. Wow. But then I posted it on trial reels, and it only got like 100K views, but it got me 8,000 followers.
Wow.
And so,
wow.
And it's like and there's little things like closing out your video, like being like, if you want to know more about this or this, make sure to follow me, and just like reminding them, because if they just like and scroll, that's a one-time viewer. If you remind them to follow you or say I can provide additional value to you, then they'll keep coming back, and that's how you build a fan base.
And then what you got to is momentum. Like once you had got that momentum,
it was just
turned
blowing
it
out.
up.
Yep.
You turned it up. A lot of people, we get the momentum and we get stagnant. So that's, I'm like I said, hats off to you, because you kept that momentum, and you not only just kept putting content, but you made the content better, better and better and better. And that's what they see. And once you got people, when they in love with your work, that's it. They gonna always watch it. You just gotta stay in front of them.
Oh yeah.
And you post. Do you post like? How often you post now? So since season, right?
Yeah.
How often do you post now?
So when I'm in season, I usually have a Friday Night Lights post. So I do Oxford High School. Then I have my college game, and then I'll have my extra photos from college posted on Sunday. And then I'll usually wait till the next Friday to post. And that's when, if in a perfect world, that's when I should be posting my reels, is Monday through Thursday.
Gotcha.
To build them up, but I'm not doing that right now.
Right.
So like I said, if in a perfect world, if I'm recording all this extra content, I could be churning out so much more content. I'm choosing not to.
Yeah.
And it's kind of driving me insane, but it's a balance for the sake of my mental health and not to get burnt out, because it's a long season. We've still got a lot of football left to play. Yeah. And I'm preserving myself by not pushing out all that content. If I wanted to, I could guarantee you in maybe 2 or 3 months, I could probably hit 100K followers if I wanted to.
I bet. Where you at now?
24. I just hit 24 last night. So,
yeah. I mean, that's still a lot of people, brother. Like once you start to sell, you need to. I hope they don't steal this. You need to make a course.
That's
a class.
God,
almost.
that will be the death of me. It's doing a course. I want to give that's my thing. I'm using my platform to educate for free. Like everyone can do this. You just gotta want it, you know?
Right, yeah.
So
heck yeah.
I give out all these reels, all these videos. I tell it for free because all those courses, they don't really care. They just want to make a dime off it. So I really just want to teach people for free and help people grow.
Yeah, I love that. But so for this season, Ole Miss, right? What's the game you're looking forward the most?
Georgia's going to be a fun one because we're at Georgia. And Athens, I went for March Madness. I went over to Athens just for a weekend. Had a great time there. Right. Stadium's massive. The town's amazing. And it's an away game. We beat them last year. The environment's just going to be phenomenal. So I can't wait for that.
That's going to be dope. That's going to be dope for sure. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm out. I'm out of ammo.
Perfect. Well, I enjoyed it.
Man, I enjoyed you too, man. Like I said, it's been probably 2 years I've been trying to get you in here. And, you know, our schedules just haven't lined up. But we finally got one in the books for sure. And, like, I'm going to continue to watch you, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
For sure. And I'm going to be champion you on. But yeah, they pretty much know you, how to find you. But if you haven't followed him already, follow him. Check out his work. But... man, I guess I'm gonna call it in.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Always go look at his stuff as well. Connect Edits.
Yeah.
He posts out some great stuff. I will keep posting content on how to grow your Instagram account and just sort of give you some little insider tips. So I appreciate you for having me. And yeah, hotty toddy. Hotty toddy. Hotty toddy. And I will be coming up with a course too. Like I've been having people ask me, do you got a class? So I will be doing that very soon. Just like I said, this September month, we're in September. I can't even explain how busy it is. It's probably been the busiest month since I've been in business, actually. That's the best way to have it, though. I know. So, but I'm planning on giving that class out to help these people around the world because they've been asking like crazy. So stay tuned for that. And man, I'll see y'all later, Connects. See you when I see you.